name is Nyla. Welcome to my channel. Hey guys, my name is Nyla and welcome to my channel. Hey guys, my name is Nyla and welcome to my channel. I don't know if y'all can tell, but this is my very first YouTube video and I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not camera shy. I've never been camera shy, you know, and stuff like that. But I am very nervous right now. Most of my content would be military vlogs, things that I do in the military, things that I do in my personal life, traveling vlogs when I do travel, because I can still travel while being active in the military, and foodie tours. I love eating food, so you're definitely gonna see some food always being stuffed. Like, I'm gonna vacuum, I don't care. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and share with anybody else who's probably going into the military or thinking about going into the military or getting started in their military career. I'm definitely your girl because I've been there before. I've been junior enlisted before, and I am working my way up. So I just want to share this journey with you guys, you know, in my most humblest way as possible. It's gonna be a little bit nerve-wracking for me because it's, you know, I have to get used to sharing my content and sharing my life with people, so that way it can help and inspire others. But I'm willing to do it. If it's gonna help you and it's gonna help make a change or a difference in the world, I'm all about it. I don't gatekeep. I know it can be very challenging sometimes, you know, being away from your family and stuff like that. I know, I've been there before. But, you know, it's all right. You're going to make it. You're going to get through it. And don't give up. Don't think you're here by yourself, because you're not. Everybody have been junior enlisted before. Sometimes some people forget that they have been junior enlisted before and they don't know how to treat or talk to people. But that's where I come in at. You know, they say, you know what? We're not even gonna get into it. But eventually, I'm gonna have a story time for y'all. Okay, so for right now, I'm on shift and I'm about to go upstairs and get. Oh, don't leave your ID card nowhere. Do not. Just do not. That is a no-no. That is definitely a no-no. Do not leave your ID card anywhere. But yeah, I'm about to go upstairs and go get me something to eat really quick because I'm hungry. I'm getting a Sprite because I haven't had Sprite in a very long time. It's my favorite drink. I'm just kidding.
That's what's happening.
Here we are again. Whoever made this gotta go. Alright guys, so I had to come back because I had some things that I had to do and stuff like that. So make sure to use Privacy Act cover pages to cover any PII from anyone who do not have clearance to review records. For content purposes, there was no actual PII displayed, so please don't come for me. Okay guys, so let's get into these questions that I keep being asked. Like, the question is never ending. So I'm gonna go with the first one. Like, it says, hey, when you did an inter-service transfer to the Army, how did it get routed through to go to headquarters Marine Corps? I have a point of contact, and I don't know if it's still the same number, because you know sometimes they switch offices and they change the lines and stuff like that. But I had got a point of contact, especially because I'm admin. I had to get through to everybody. So I had a point of contact that I would consistently reach out to see where my package was when it was up in headquarters Marine Corps. But the first thing I did was I went to a recruiter, I got the paperwork, and then after that I had to take it to company, like, to get it signed off, and then it had to go to S1. After that, they did whatever they had to do, because I had a copy. So I took that paperwork back to the recruiter, and they looked at it and stuff, and he was like, okay, so now we just gotta wait for the decision to come back down from headquarters Marine Corps. They didn't tell me exactly who it gets routed to. I know for a fact we'll go to, I think, the retirement section or something like that in headquarters Marine Corps. Hold on, let me look, because I definitely do got the number in my phone, and I was calling them every day. Number still on my phone. What? So yeah. So basically it's gonna go to headquarters Marine Corps in Quantico, but the MMSR retirement is something like the retirement section. Yeah, so something like that. I hope I answered that question. Question number 2, it said, hey, I'm thinking about reclassing to your MOS. Are you active duty, and how often do you have to do other shifts outside your normal work hours for the civilians, and how often do you go to the field? Now, different units are definitely different depending on where you're getting stationed at. But yes, I am active duty, and I do love being patient administration, which is 68 Golf. I wish somebody would have gave me this information when I was looking for it, but here we are. You asked how often do I have to do other shifts outside of my normal work hours for civilians? Never, because where I work at, we don't have to do that. There is a set number of civilians that work on the weekdays, on the weekends, and stuff like that. So I don't have to cover down for civilians. We have soldiers that cover down for us. Now, I have a friend who works, I think she works in a Wounded Warrior unit or something like that. She works mostly with civilians. So she was letting me know, and she said she literally have been like teleworking with the civilians. There's no soldiers. She's probably about the only soldier there. The only time she goes to work or do anything right now while they're teleworking is if they call her and be like, hey, can you go to this place to go get records from this place or this, and the third. But me, where I work at, I work actually in the hospital, so I don't have to cover down for civilians, outside of my normal work hours, if that answers your question. And your last question, you said, how often do you go to the field? Whew, baby, they found out I came from the Marine Corps. They sent me to the field every chance they got. Might be different for you, but for me, they was like, yeah, we're going to send you here, we're going to send you there, we're going to send you there. And I'm like, at one point in time, I was like, okay, yeah, this is exciting, I like it. But then I got hurt, and I'm like, I don't want to do this stuff no more. Like, this is not what I came to the Army for. I came to the Army to pursue a career in the healthcare field, specifically nursing. So I don't go to the field as often, but when I first did get here and they found out I came from the Marine Corps, I was definitely in the field. But we do have to have like AWTs. I think it's called Army Warrior Training or Army Warrior Task. I'm still learning Army terminology, so it's going to take me a minute, but you do have to do those. You have to fulfill those training requirements each year. So that is one thing that I have to go to the field for, but you're not in the field for a long time. It's just a day of training. You get me? So yeah, I hope that answered your question. Let's see who else. One person just said, how can I join the Army? I don't know how the recruiting process works as being a recruiter, but find your local recruiter, and then you let them know that you want to join, and they will set you up from there. I have one person who said, hey boo, I'm in the process of joining the Army, and I was on TikTok looking up 68 Golf, and I came across your page. I wanted to see if you could tell me about your MOS. Like, what do you do on a day-to-day? If you like it, why or why not, Okay, so to answer your question, Mrs. Perfect, because body on T. But to answer your question, when you do join the Army, it will be worth it. It definitely be worth it. So don't just think about it. Do it. Do it. But if you have other goals or other plans that you feel like you can accomplish yourself, okay, go ahead with those. But if you're definitely thinking about doing that, do it. And I'm going to tell you why. 68 Golfs, they make some good money when they get out. They make some good money, I tell you that. So in the day-to-day, where I work at specifically, I work in A&D, which is admissions and dispositions. Basically, when patients are admitted to the emergency room or to the hospital somewhere, we have to register the patients inside of the system, so make sure that they can pop up on the charts of whatever unit that they're going to be transferred to, if that makes sense. And then, like, for dispositions, basically what disposition sounds like, if you say admissions and dispositions, like when we have, like, patients who expire, that's what we call it, or what I've been hearing often, patients who expire, we have to get all of the paperwork together and stuff like that. And if they are veterans or active duty, we have to prepare for a military salute. And then we also have to transport them down to the morgue. Once transporting the patients down to the morgue, we have to make sure all of the paperwork is signed by the pathologist and the AOD and stuff like that. So it's a really good way to experience certain things in the military. And I actually do like it. I don't mind it. There's things that I'm still learning day in, day out, but I really do like it. So yes, I do actually enjoy my job. And if you think this is something for you, definitely do it. Enjoy it. But I will say this, you're not going to always work in a hospital. There's going to be times where you are going to be working in like a clinic. Oh, sorry. My computer turned off. So it's not going to always be like mine's. My hours are different. I know at a training base, you're probably going to be working Monday through Friday. When trainees, they're doing their activities throughout the week. And, you know, obviously they have the weekends off. Depending on where you're stationed at, that's how you're going to make of it. Where I'm stationed at, I actually really like it. So I ain't going to spill a tea on that. But one person asked me if I liked the Army. I'm not going to lie, when I first got here, no. I was having a hard time adjusting from the way the Marine Corps is versus the way that the Army is. So I had an adjustment period with my old warrant officer, 𝕊𝕥𝕒𝕪. So you say, it's growing pains. It's growing pains. Whatever the hell he said. He always talked a lot, and he talked really, really fast. But like, there are some things, everybody's personalities are going to crash or whatever the case may be, but I actually liked that one officer. I'm going to be honest. He was very patient with me. He was always teaching me stuff. So, yeah. But, like, it was definitely growing pains coming to the Army. I had to adjust to a lot of things. And let me tell y'all, I got stories for days of why I did not like the Army and why I'm still on edge about the Army. I'm so glad that I found people like my Command Sergeant. I'm so glad that I found her, because if I did not find her or she did not find me, I don't know where I would be. And there's some other people out there too that have, you know, gradually become a support system for me while being here and trying to transition over. So I definitely want to say thank you to all of those leaderships that are out there that I have came across that have helped me. If y'all ever go to the schoolhouse and y'all get, I forgot his name, but he's a drill instructor, not a drill instructor, a drill sergeant. He's short and he works at the Prior Service Barracks. I forgot his name, but that's my favorite too. I'd do anything for that man, because let me tell y'all, he was so patient with me. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I have stories for days about my transition from the Marine Corps to the Army. It was a little rocky, and I did run into a few issues, and I feel like a lot of other Marines will run into this issue as well. So, you know, I would just tread lightly with people, because they already have this thought about you. You know, they think you're too prideful. They want to say things like, this is not the Marine Corps. I don't know how you do it over there, but that's not how we do it here in the Army. Yeah, of course y'all don't do it like that over here, because why y'all think y'all... Don't try to come for me in the Marine Corps, because I shut it down. And that was a company commander who had 5 years, went straight in commissioned, never been enlisted, never had any type of experience being enlisted. We have the same amount of time in service. Same amount. And she really tried to play with me, but I'm going to give you all a backstory on that later, if you want it. And I would love to warn you guys, so you guys don't have to go through the same things that I have went through. Someone said they just sent up their package. How was the process for you? It was a little bit long, but then again, it wasn't. I was getting out in January of 2023. It takes about 1 to 6 months, depending on how fast people are working on your stuff, you know? So because I was about to get out in January 2023, I put up my package in June of 2022. So I'm like, okay, by the end of this year, this package should, you know, already be done and good. And it was. My package finally got finished off by September. So from June to September, my process and everything was done. I was just waiting for, you know, the paperwork from the Marine Corps to come back. It came back. I could have got an earlier date to leave the Marine Corps because it was an early conditional release, but I decided to do it in a way where I'm still finishing out my time in the Marine Corps, but then again, I can still do an inter-service transfer and go to the next branch without having a break in service. So my original EAS date was January 13th, and they changed my EAS date to January 8th. So that's how the process normally kind of go, but it was a lengthy process, but, you know, it didn't feel that I had to wait for it that long. You get me? So, yeah. Someone said I switched from the Marines to the Army, and as a female, the environment was less hostile. But was a radio operator, maybe different experiences for different MOSs. That is definitely true. I did admin in the Marine Corps, and I'm doing patient administration in the Army. And I don't know, maybe I'm different because somebody I came from the Marine Corps with, she's here too. We work in the same place together. And I found out that we were on the same base together, but we never knew each other until last year when we met in the schoolhouse. And I know everybody on my base, well, mostly everybody, because I'm admin. But I guess that is the difference, because when I was in the Marine Corps, everybody, and even she said it, she said people are more hostile, this, that, and the third, they cocky, da-da-da-da, but I didn't see it like that, and I still don't see it like that. I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, who bigger than whose? That's what it feels like, bigger than whose. But in my head, I'm like, you're not gonna pull that on me, because if we was outside this uniform, who be bigger? I'm just saying, So I feel like in the Marine Corps, me personally, I feel like people in the Marine Corps, they respect each other more than people in the Army. And if you feel like it was less hostile for you, for me, I felt like it was more hostile for me when I came over to the Army. But, if you weren't like, I'm not going to say I was all hoorah and, all that stuff. I wasn't like that. But when I came out of the Marine Corps and I came over to the Army and I seen how they was acting over here, I may have a little bit of pride. And I was probably a little bit up here. I probably had a little bit of air in my head, But I think that gave the perception to other people that, oh, she thinks she's better than us. So I did deal with a lot of hostility in the Army. So, I mean, to each his own. But at the end of the day, the Marine Corps is my family. You're never going to get that family bondage feeling nowhere else. Me personally, I think that. But everybody here in the Army, they be like, oh, it's only because you're at a MedCom unit. If you was at a Force Com unit, you'll get that camaraderie, da-da-da-da-da. But then I have people in the Marine Corps, we basically are, if you want to compare it, Force Com, because every Marine is a rifleman. So most bases are going to be like that, unless you're at a joint base and you don't have to deal with stuff like that. And you're on a joint base with the Army, Army, Navy, and Air Force, or just Navy and Air Force. You wouldn't have to deal with stuff like that, like where I'm at now. I know the Marines here, they got it sweet. I know for a fact they got it sweet. So those are most of my questions that I got. And I hope I answered them all to the best of my ability. But if you feel like I did not answer any of your questions, leave a comment below and like and share this video, because I want to be able to spread my message and spread my word to other people so that they can learn from my mistakes, and I could also probably help them with whatever process they are going through. And like I said, I'm about to put up a package to do the AMAS AACP program, so I'm going to keep you guys updated on that as well. But if you guys have any other questions and you feel like I did not answer them and you feel like I'm capable of answering them, just leave a comment below. And make sure you subscribe so you can know when I posted another video, and maybe I should be answering your question there. So, yeah, that was a lot. Thank you for hanging in there, though, because that was definitely a lot. And I know a lot of people have other questions, too. But, yeah. So, also, I can't wait to go and leave. Keep y'all updated, though.